All right. Good morning, Internet world. We are the first day back from spring break, and today, if you did not get this over spring break, I was going to show you how to do a fusion table today, get everything set up, get this to work so we can take a pizza order, register a person's name, by the way, this is a list picker, so if you guys are not familiar with list pickers or text boxes, this app could get you familiar with list pickers and text boxes. So here you're going to pick. Over here you have cheese, pepperoni, Hawaiian. Over here you have drinks, and all you do is put them in elements from a string: Coke, comma, Diet Coke. Over here I can add one. I can go comma. I can go Kangen water, which is the best water on the planet. Hit submit, and then here you have a web viewer. And what you guys are going to do on this web viewer is you can actually view your fusion table. Hello, are you with me? Does everybody have Pizza Party up and ready to go? All right, so if you go into your blocks, you guys have to go up here and you have to fill in the table URL, the table ID, and the service account email. Okay? And then these are just some blank variables: username, pizza, drink. This is what you're going to put in. And then right here, you're going to hit submit. And you're going to check to make sure they're not blank. Are you with me? Can you get up here and let's go? It's not working? Did you turn it on in the back? Go to a different one. Go to one over here. So right here, this is where you're inserting the data into the table. This is a very, very important. Notice it says Fusiontables, insert row. Here's your table ID. That's why we have to know the table ID of which table we're putting in it. And then here, these columns have to be perfect. I will tell you this right now. I had a mistake in mine. It was the hardest thing I could ever find. Right here, I had a space at the end. Screwed up my entire data. And then I couldn't find it. So you can't have a space there. All right, so make sure. So what are we going to put in our table? We're going to put in the date. We're going to put the username, the pizza, the drink, and the comment. And notice this is set up with date, name, pizza, drink, and comment. Are you guys with me on that? These have to be in the exact same order. Do you guys see that? You know, you can't go name and then date, and then in here you have name and then, you can't have date and then name. They got to be in the exact same order. All right? Or if you miss this up, what might happen is in the fusion table, I don't know if you have to check it. What might happen is if you had date here and then you had name here, it probably would put the name in the date column. Are you with me on that? So these have to be lined up exactly how you want to put them. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and go into. You're going to go into your drive. Okay. We're going to go into Google Drive. We're going to sign in. And you can see that I'm signed in here. Okay, I've got all my stuff in here, which I should probably be using something different here. And I want to create a new fusion table. So oh my. Here we go. So I'm going to go to my drive. I'm going to go to more, right? Because there's no fusion tables in here. Do you guys see this? There's none in here. So I'm going to go to more, and I'm going to go to a new fusion table. All right, and I'm going to create an empty fusion table. And there it is. There's my new fusion table. And you can give it a name. Go click on that. Up here, you can give it a name. We'll call it Pizza Party Order Demo. All right. And you come down here and you hit Save. And there you go. You just renamed it. And that'll rename this Fusion tab up here. And then down here you have text, number, location, and date. So you have to set up these commas, or these columns. So how do you do that? You go Tools, or edit, change columns. Okay, the first one, we want it to be a date. So you just go to the name right here, column name, and you're going to go date. And you can go date and time. If you want to format it, you can. Just look in here, and these are the formats that you want. Okay. To be honest with you, I probably wouldn't do this date and time, because then we can use the clock in the Android app to set the date and time, and you can do a lot of different stuff in here. But if you want, you could try to do this in date and time. If not, you could come back and go to text, and it'll just throw it in there. Are you with me? The date and time text. So if there is a problem with formatting, go back to text, but if not, go to date and time. All right, let's go to the next one. Remember, we were getting the person's name. The name is the text. And then you go to location. Now, this is kind of cool, too. You can register locations, date and time. So if you wanted to know the person's location where they ordered the pizza from, you could gather that information without even telling them. All right, so there's a lot of cool stuff you can do here. So what was the next thing we were going to get? We were going to get pizza, right? So I'm going to call it pizza, and I have to have it exactly like the app had it, right? So let's go back here. Let's go here. So what did they have in here? Date, name, pizza, drink, and comment. So it has to be exactly like that. Are you guys with me on that? It has to be exactly like this right here. Are you getting this? If you have pizza order in your column, it's going to be wrong. It's not going to do it. Are you with me? You're going to have an error. Who's getting this? Okay. So here you have pizza, and you just want to make this a text. The next one is drink. That's not going to be a date and time. It's going to be a text. And now you need a new one, so you go to new column, add it in there, and then the last one was comment. Okay? And that's going to be a text also. All right. Any questions about how to set up the table? Hit save. If these are not big enough, just take your cursor and just spread them out a little bit. Name, I want a little bit bigger name. And I want a little bit bigger date and time. Okay, who's getting this? Who didn't get it? I just set up my Fusion table. Are you with me? I have date, name, pizza, drink, and comment. That has to look exactly like this right here. Date, name, pizza, drink, and comment. Who's getting this? Okay. So that's how you set it up right there. All right. Now, we have to go up here and fill in the table URL, the table ID, and the service account email. Are you with me on that? All right. So let's go start doing that. So we go back to our Fusiontables right here, and you're going to go into Tools, and you're going to go into File, and you're going to go in About This Table. And there it is. That is your table ID. So you go right here. I've learned that Control-C does not work well. So I'm going to right-click. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my MIT Pizza Party, and this is my table URL. I'm going to hit paste. Boom. Enter, and there you go. That's my table ID. That's going to come down here. Put that into your table ID. That's how it knows to communicate and write it into that table ID. Who's getting this? All right. Let's go back here. Next step. All right. Done here. You want to go here and hit Publish. And it's going to publish this. All right. And you want to change its visibility. And you don't want it to be private, right? Because if it's private, nobody has access to it. So you're going to go to Change. And you want to say anyone with the link. So anybody who has your app and has that little ID number that we just gave them, they can write into this. All right, does that make sense? Okay. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to add our another email account to this here in a little bit. All right. We're going to hit done. And I think if we go to publish right here, okay, I think this is your link, your HTML. So, and I really don't use this a lot, but so just copy that. You can come back to MIT, and I can show you what this is going to do here. This is the table URL. You're going to hit paste here. And this is what's going to allow you, so let's go back to the designer phase. Do you guys see this web viewer down here? What they're wanting to do is view the table so that in the app you can see when a pizza's been ordered. Does that make sense? That's what a web URL does. So like right here, if you wanted to go to this web URL and set the home URL and just hit right click and paste. Okay, there's that fusiontable.google HTML file that I just have. That's the website. So in the app, and by the way, I don't recommend doing this. And the reason why I don't recommend doing this is that normally, if we're doing Fusion tables, we're going to be getting people's bank account numbers, credit card numbers, the expiration date of the credit card number, the CVC number of the credit card. Are you with me? We're going to have private information in there. So really, this doesn't make sense to me. But as a demo purpose, so that you can see that you did make an order right away, okay, this is what they're trying to do here. Are you with me on that? Who gets it? Okay. Once again, I don't recommend doing this because you want private information. Probably you're going to have private information in an order, okay? If you have a pizza company, right, aren't you going to have them pay for the pizza? And what are they going to pay with? A credit card? Are you going to show people their credit card number? Everyone's credit card number in the app? No, can't do that. So this really doesn't make sense, but just for development purposes, we'll go with it, all right? Next step. Who's got these first two steps or first three steps so far? How many people have created a Fusion table, you got the ID of it, and you got the HTML link of it? All right, who understands this? Was that hard? No, it's really not that hard once you do it one time. Yeah. All right. So I'll have to figure it out why. All right, next step. Okay. So let's go back here to Fusion table. Okay. So when you go into publish, right? Or I'm sorry, when you go into publish. Oh, share. All right. So when you go into share, right? We have to share this with some communication with the Google Development API. This has to communicate with the API. So when I first started doing Fusion tables, I used to think there was two things involved here. All right? You guys with me on that? I used to think there was the app and the Fusion table. And then I'm like, whoa, there's not. There's three things here. So do you guys know how GPS does calculations? No. There's three things going on in a GPS system. Number one, there is an app. Number two, there's a second app, right? And number three, there is a satellite. So it's a triangular. It's always done triangularly. So when you guys do the Pythagorean theorem in your math class, pay attention, okay? Because everything's done with calculation of triangles, and it's not even Pythagorean theorem because they're not right triangles. Okay. So we have to put in another email address in here. Where does that come from? That comes from the API. So let's go set up the API. So you're going to go in here and you're going to type in console developers.google.com. All right, and you're going to log into this. If you've not logged in, you need to log in. All right, so over here you can see this is me. I'm logged in. If you're not logged in, you need to log in. Okay, this is where I have all my tables. You guys can see everything in here. All right, and then right here I have my pizza party. So this is the app that we need to be in. All right. Okay, if you've not done that, you guys can go up here. I think you can go ahead and click on plus sign. See this plus sign right here? And you can add in a project. So we're going to say pizza party demo by DR. All right? You guys with me there? And you're going to hit create, and it's going to create that API Fusion table. Now, this gets a little tricky to me. I'll show you this right here. I am not on that one I just created. Even though I just created it, it looks like I'm in that one, but I'm not. So you guys got to go back here, and you got to select it. You guys seeing that? Because right now you're like, oh, yeah, well, I'm in a different one. So you got to select it. All right? So select it. Now, what do we want to add to this? What API do we want to add to this? What's the communication API that we need here? Well, what did I just build on the drive? A Fusion table. So I need the Fusion table API. By the way, I want you guys to stop here for a second. Look at all the APIs you guys have access to. Google Drive API, Gmail API, Google Maps, Google Cloud, Google Maps geocoding. Okay, you can view. Look at these, all 187 of them. You have access to all this stuff right here, and this is going to like store data for you. Do you guys know how? Does anybody in here have a YouTube channel? Okay. Do you know when they give you how many views and likes and everything you have? Guess what's doing that? The API. So the API is storing all the data. Guys, does this cost you money to use all this stuff? No. Should you learn this stuff? By the way, that's going to be an interview question for you. How many APIs do you know? How many APIs are you familiar with? You guys with me? You have 187 APIs you could get familiar with. BigQuery, a compute engine, a Google Cloud, Fitness API, Google Places, Google Play Games, Analytics, URLs, page speed, Fusion tables. Okay, we want the Fusion table. So I'm going to hit Fusion table. I'm going to hit Enable. Okay, and now I just set up Pizza Party Demo by DR, and now I'm adding the Fusion table to it. Who's getting this? Is it that hard? No. So let it think here for a second. Let it set up this Fusion table. There it is. And now you want to go over here and you need to create credentials. Okay? Because let's go back here. What do we need? Blocks. What do I need? I need this service account credential. Are you guys with me? Okay? So you go to the API. You're going to hit Create Credentials. And you're going to hit a service account. Remember, we want a service account email address. And this was a little confusing to me because this doesn't really look like, number one, what something you want to click on. But you do want to go up here and you want to click on service account. All right, and create service account. Okay, and now you have to give it some kind of a name. Okay, so Pizza Party Demo by DR. Okay? And you're going to select a role. What role are you? You are the IM security reviewer. You are like, I think of the IM, I always think of like, you know, I don't want to get into religion here, but I always think of the Bible. Okay? I am the I am. You are like the God of this app. You're the creator of it. You're the governor of it. You're the God of it. You could destroy it. You can tear this Fusion table down whenever you want. You can delete this Fusion table down whenever you want. Are you with me? You have full power over this. So you are the IM. You are the security reviewer. Click on security reviewer. Come over here. Okay. And hit create. And there you go. This is that service account. Hello? Are you with me? This is your service account email. See how it's Pizza Party Demo by DR at pizzaparty.im.gservices.com. Okay? You're going to go right here. You're going to copy this. Okay? And you're going to go back to MIT. You're going to go to your service account. You're going to hit paste. That goes there. That's done. Now you need to go back to your Fusion table, go to your invite people, hit paste here, hit enter, and hit send. You don't really need to send a notification. Doesn't matter. This is not a real person. It's not a real service. It's not a real email address. You with me? It's just communications to the API saying, I got to communicate and get data, all the analytics from the API. So I just put in pizza party right in here. I hit boom. Okay. I send it off. Now this guy is added to it. Now the API can communicate to the Fusion table. Okay. And that's basically it. Okay. You hit done. All right. So this is done. And this app should run. Okay. You've got the Fusion table in here. All right. You guys can read through this code. I've got the table set up to match date, name, pizza, drink, and comment. That's how you set up the web API. All right. So let's go ahead and run this app, see if it works. And we'll go from there. Let me stop this. 20 minutes. We got that set. All right, here we go, folks. There's a transmission error. So this is what I screwed up last time. All right. So this is what I screwed up last time. Number one, I didn't put in the key file. Hello? This is what screwed me up the entire 2 weeks last time. All right, so here we go. Back to the IM. So we never created the key ID. Are you with me? So go back in here, and you want to go to edit. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Cancel. You want to go right here and create key. Okay, and you want a P12 key. Hello? You guys with me on that? You got to have the P12. So you want to hit create, and then down here it's going to create the P12 key. Do you see that? See how it threw it down here on the left-hand side? You got a little key there. Okay, now it has the key. I need that key right there. That's why there's a transmission error. Okay, so now you go back to, this is good because now you'll know why this works. Okay. So now you go here and you go to this key file. You're going to upload. You're going to choose the file. You're going to go to downloads. Okay. And you guys see the pizza party key right here? See how that has a little key on it? Hello? You guys see that? So you have to upload this and see how it's pizzaparty.p12. Okay. You got to upload this. Boom. There you go. All right. And now this app runs. Okay. So now I'll go back to reset connection. Okay, go to AIA. All right, I'm going to shut this guy down, and I'm going to reset my app. Here I go. Boom, scan and code. All right, once again, I made that one final little tiny mistake, right? If you don't upload that P12 file, you don't have it. Name, Dan, okay, pizza type, I want Hawaiian. Drink, I want water. Comments, deliver hot. Please. Submit. Please wait while loading. Confirmation, thank you for your order, has been done. Dismiss, okay. And now, if I go into my Fusion table, okay, let's go here, right? And if I refresh this, you should see my order. Boom, there it is. Dan, Hawaiian, water, deliver hot. Okay. Now, I think you'd have to refresh the app to get it on this website also. That's why I don't really think this is a good way of doing it. Are you with me? Okay. But it will show up here. Boom, you've got it. And you got to work an app. Keep calm, code on. That's how you set up Fusiontable. Boom, done.